So we have this creature called the Nightmare. It has been created to hunt you specifically. And it's dynamic. So there are things you can do in the game, like when you install alien abilities that will trigger a Nightmare appearance, and then you've got like a clock ticking. It's like you've got 3 minutes to either take this thing down or haul ass. That's just a good example of how like the game could be totally surprising. The way that we talk about it is it's a first-person action game with depth. And the with depth part is like a big parentheses, right? It has a little splash of survival, it has a little splash of adventure game, with some of the side quests, and it definitely has, I would say it has a big splash of RPG when you consider the character upgrade possibilities. If you invest heavily in the skills that make you do more damage with the wrench, if you pick things like sneak attack damage, if you pick things like combat focus, which let you move faster but slows down time, then you might do like the wrench playthrough and keep that as your favorite weapon. But there are lots of other ways you could go. You could specialize in traditional weapons like pistols and shotguns. You could specialize with alien powers. This game is pretty big. We've done some play tests and people who, I wouldn't say they complete every side quest, but like I guess a typical playthrough tends to clock in around like between 16 and 20 hours. As you begin to explore the space station, you can run into different groups of survivors, and how you interact with those people, how you treat them, has an impact on the end. And by the end, you'll be making some pretty big decisions about the fate of the space station. And then even within those decisions, there's all kinds of little tiny permutations, like what did you do about this character, and did you find this space shuttle, and things like that. Of course, in terms of game development, a lot of us come from backgrounds of loving games like Deus Ex, System Shock, BioShock. All that stuff's sort of in our DNA. That's the kind of game that we love. We love games that give players a really cool, unique context, a world to explore, and match that with like, here player, here's a bunch of tools and powers, improvise, go to town on how you want to solve things. It doesn't have anything to do with the original game, except that perhaps sharing the high-level premise of like, space station, aliens, that kind of thing. And so Prey is a really good name. Bethesda and Arkane, we saw sort of like, this is the kind of game we were making already, and they were like, can we have this name that we can use? So it seemed like a good tactic.